Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to New Woodshire. We're loading into our dairy farm, our dairy and pig farm, to be fair to the pigs. You might recall we left off last time with a bit of a weed problem. We were using this M that we just turned into an MTA, and now it's quite dirty, but we did get this field fertilized. And here we'll go ahead and look at this. So the growth is planted, but not very far growing. It's not showing as the fertilization stage because of all the weeds, which is frustrating, but understandable. So right now we just have liquid fertilizer in here, and I don't think that we have herbicide, right? This is, oh, that is herbicide. Okay, let's see how much that is. And then we'll have to do, I believe, yeah, this is half fertilized, so it's been done once. So we'll close this up and go, should wash this tractor, but we're going to have to spread some herbicide here, and this tractor's going to need fuel soon as well. And then for the second coverage of fertilizer, I'm thinking I might do manure, because it seems like we have a decent amount of, sorry about that, I do that all the time because the E button gets on the tractor and the R button gets this. It'd be really nice if I had gotten a placeable fuel mod. I know that's my fault for not going to get one. I've got all these other mods, but I don't know if, about you guys, but once I get started on a save, I tend not to add new mods to it. It's just a little quirk of mine. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here? I rarely do this either. But I am going to use this, and I'm going to switch to, I need the instructions here. I want to switch modification type, and I want to switch this to what the heck mode. There we go. Oh, that's changed. Okay, there we go. But I want to change from the square to the, oh, phooey. Sorry, I don't usually take this long. I can usually do this. That's what we want. Okay, here we go. We just want to put this here. I know that took like actually 6 seconds or something, but I want to put along this wall, store our fertilizer and stuff. So unload, or right there in the middle. That's not precisely how I had that planned, but okay. This should be able to refill with the herbicide. Alright. I don't know how much of the field this will do, but I certainly can't have all those weeds. That's going to drive me crazy. Speaking of driving me crazy, holy lazy. I ended that episode, this was like 2 episodes ago, I ended it by putting the planter right here in the middle of everything. Goodness, clean up your act, Bluebelly. Fixing to get lots of dislikes on a video for leaving your dirty machinery out, you know? Oh, so yeah, we're moving right along with this series. Like I keep saying, I know it's probably a little bit of beating a dead horse, beating a dead horse. But my plan is to get these soybeans in, and then we'll pretty much be able to pay off the debt. I think after the soybeans are in with silage, if my calculations, which are totally official and involve a lot of math, all right? If my calculations are correct, we'll be able to do that. I also need to get gas for this tractor, too. Maybe, just maybe... Oh, I wanted that in the corner, but okay, here it is. Maybe, just maybe, I... should be more careful with my calculating, you know? Alright, we're nice and cleaned up here. We'll go do a little bit of this field work, and then we'll put it on a worker. And I will find something else that needs to be done. I enjoy doing the work, but I also realize that nobody wants to watch me do the same job over and over and over and over and over again. So I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having fun, enjoying life right now. We're in kind of a weird time here in the States. I don't know about where you all are from. Actually, if you're still watching and you're interested, I would love to know where you're watching from. You could just say USA, you could say Canada, UK. If you want to give me a region in any of those places, that would be cool too. Just curious. I get a little bit of that data in some of my analytics, but it still would be cool. And I don't know if you know this, but actually leaving comments is helpful because it tells the YouTube algorithm that you're here and that you're engaged. So responding to a question that I ask in the middle of a video is helpful. Even if I say something like, which is your favorite tractor on this farm? Which is a cool question. I'd love to know what you think about that. You know, responding to something like that, it actually does a lot more good than you might think, because it lets YouTube know that the click is a genuine person who's engaged with the content. And, I like to hear from my viewers too, so there's always that. It doesn't always have to be about making the almighty Google happy. For some of you that have been following the channel for a bit, I do have a little bit of, I guess you'd call it good news. The video that I did on how to start a dairy farm, which came out a year ago, a little over a year ago, is doing pretty well. It's getting good responses. But I can't figure out exactly what was the magic in that. I know how-to videos tend to do well. But if you have any other suggestions for topics that I could cover, like how to do such and such in this game, or if you have genuine questions of like, I've always wanted to know how to get this in my game, let me know, because the more of those kinds of things that I can have, that I'm answering people's questions, things that they're searching for, ultimately the better off the channel will be. So just something to consider, if you don't mind helping out a YouTuber, But anyways, here we are, getting, maybe a third of this field done. And we'll take a look, see, it might be a good time to take a trip up, sell a little bit more of the silage that we have, and work on paying down a little bit more of our debt, because we've got to buy fuel, got a lot going on here. Alright, I like this setup so very much, but I'm sure people don't want to watch it in literally every episode. We'll snag another shot there and go ahead and hire a worker. And now let's get in. Oh yeah, we need to do that too. So much to do. Always so much to do. We're going to run back here. Well, we're not going to run. We're going to drive. I so wish that I found a way to get... Oh, let's see about this. I don't think I actually have forks for the front loader. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, perfect. That was the scientific way to do it. I hope you all appreciate my highly scientific way to do it. Of course I hooked it up. I don't know if this, because I don't have a PTO on this truck, I don't know if it's going to let me do this. I just want to take the wagon. Alright, that helps. Now we want to go back there and unhook that. Pull this ahead just a wee bit. And then unhook that. Dude, I was so upset when I realized I couldn't unload out of this truck the first time I took a load of silage up to the barn. Oh, I was so frustrated. Probably the most economic way of doing this, if I'm honest, would be the most economic way to do it would be to place a sell point right down there. Then all we'd have to do is truck it over there. It would take like 2 minutes. Then I wouldn't have to drive all this way just to make $7,000. But such is life. I don't know how much a placeable sell point is, to be fair. We could look. Let's look. Placeable sell point. Okay, so this one we put in. It's only 2,500. But when I put it in, it was wonky. That's why that's gray back there. I forget what made it wonky, so I don't want to bash the mod makers. But I'm not seeing just a placeable sell point. That wouldn't be in here. Yeah. So that'd be another thing I could go get. I could get a placeable sell point and a placeable gas tank. And that would definitely make this series different. That would make it easier. But do we want easier? I mean, some of you are like, yes, this is driving me crazy. I've been watching this forever. I could probably find another trailer that... I should have tried filling this with silage again. Just to see if maybe it was just a quirk that day. I mean, I'm sure I have greater faith that it was user error than I do that the mod makers screwed it up, because I know the guys at OK Used Mods are very thorough with their testing. So the odds of them being the ones to screw it up is very, very slim. I did hear some people mentioning that the volume of the vehicles is a little bit quiet in these videos. So sorry about that. Trying to strike the right balance between my vocal, my mic, and the game the game sounds is a little bit challenging. Kind of has been for a while. Alright, so we're getting some spraying done, getting some money in. Everybody wins. Maybe we should use this money to buy a few more cows so we get more milk, you know? I always think I'm going to get 7,000 because I think that's what I got the very first time I came up here. So now every time I get a little over 8, I'm like, oh man, that paid better than I thought because, I don't know, I'm bad at math. So do we pay down some of our debt or do we buy more cows? Are the cows, at what rate are the cows going to produce milk? And is it enough? So, like, how many liters per day? Because the cow's milk in this game, if I remember right, is essentially 1,000 for 1,000, right? Milk is, okay, so 1,200 for 1,000 liters. So a little bit better than $1 a liter. And our cows we have 204 liters. But I'm pretty sure we took a load this morning or last night. I think it was this morning, and that's with 12 cows. So if they've done 200 liters in a couple hours, they're essentially producing, of course there's 12 of them, not 10. 10 would make for super easy math. If they produce, what, maybe 2... Math is hard, dudes. Math is hard. Alright. Yeah, that's a tough call. That's a really tough call. Let's go ahead and repay another 10. And we'll run this up. The worker's about to finish that field. They're going to run down and back, and we can get them started on the other field. What did that say? We had something like 180,000 more liters of this? I don't know, a lot. Plus we just put all that grass in that was technically this morning still. I'm playing on 1x. I think it might liven up the series a little bit if I put it on a faster speed so that we're not just doing a bunch of stuff in one day. I haven't figured that out quite yet for video creation. Because when I'm live streaming or just playing the game for fun, if I play on 5x, I feel like that's a good happy medium. Things move along, but we're still able to get things done. Like, when you have many fields going, you don't want them to be in significantly different growth stages. Like, when I'm planting all my fields. When I'm, like right now, we're in the spraying stage. That's great, but then maybe we bump to 5x until we get to the next stage. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm asking a lot of questions, and I'd love to know your answers to these questions about the cattle. I'd love to know do you think I should get more cows, or do you think I should just keep hauling silage? What would be the best way to proceed on that front? So thank you so much for being here. My name is Bluebelly, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.